Well, we have a lot of good players that are obviously on the ice for both teams, but one of them that is really standing out, and it's a good time, not just to
Mhm.
help his team win a cup, but to set himself up for a very exciting summer of getting paid. That's Sam Bennett. I mean, every time he's out there, something is happening for the Panthers. He has become a true menace. I think in every series, the fan bases have just hated him. And every time something goes down on the ice, you see the scrums pulled apart and he's there. Every time there's a chance in front, there he is. I mean, he is just the guy you absolutely love to have on your team, can't stand. And it's pretty apparent that everyone is getting sick of him very quickly. But is he now putting himself in a position where he could be maybe making over 10 million? Or do we still think that for the player that he is, he's going to get paid. It's going to be a valuable contract to a team, but we're not sure he's at the $10 million mark because, again, there's more money to go around every year now as we keep going. So, Adam, what's kind of your sense on where Sam Bennett stands in terms of if he stays in Florida or if he goes somewhere else and what that could look like?
Well, I think that if you're looking at Sam Bennett as a player, you're probably looking at a second line center, or even
Mhm.
a middle six center. This is a guy who's probably going to get 50 to 60 points a year,
Right.
but he steps up his game in the playoffs, and you pay. If you're a good team, you pay for playoff production. Even
Right.
though the players aren't getting paid in the playoffs, you still pay for that playoff production. So I think, we're looking at maybe $8 to $9 million, especially with the cap going up. It'll be interesting to see if he takes kind of a hometown discount in Florida, just like we saw Yanni Gord take in Tampa Bay, where it's kind of this longer contract, but the AAV is down. But I mean, you pay for what you get. Like we talked
Mhm.
about, he was falling on top of Skinner, and he's been doing that all playoffs. There were a couple plays where, might be an icing call. And I saw where, he skates in front of McDavid while they're both coming behind the net and then just slows down just enough to kind of, bump into McDavid. He's not throwing a hit after the play, but just kind of reminding McDavid that he's in that
Mhm.
area. And you need that type of, play. That's the mental game. That's the game that throws off the superstars and even draws penalties. Like, so there is a lot of value, even though he might not get, 70, 80 points a season, and or may not be like a Selke candidate, an MVP candidate, that type of thing. There is a lot of value to what he brings. And as we've seen, he's just one of these guys that kicks it up to another level in the playoffs. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a lot higher than maybe his annual average value projection would be this offseason.